gods and goddesses, kings and queens, emperors and empresses, chiefs and chiefesses, and priests and priestesses of the motherfucking land. I hope you're having a great cosmic day, great cosmic rising, or great cosmic night whenever you see this video. Not gonna be a long video, but it's gonna be on my YouTube. Prepare for what's coming, y'all. Prepare for what's coming. There's a lot of shit that's taking place. They're trying to keep everybody eyes off the shit that's happening with the planet. You see what I'm saying? With nature. People, they're not telling you that there's about to be cataclysmic events that's going to take place with the weather and a lot of natural disasters that's going to spark up out of nowhere as we move into the new so-called year or new shift, if I should say. Pole shift. They say that the cataclysmic pole shift hypothesis is a pseudo-scientific claim that there have been recent geological rapid shifts in the axis of the rotation of Earth, causing calamities such as floods and tectonic events or relative rapid climate changes. Now, they tell you that this is a pseudo-scientific claim, but I'm going to show you why this shit is real and that the poles are actually shifting. So now, if you bring me over here, they tell you that the North Pole is rapidly moving because of some it's not moving because of some blobs. It's moving because there is shit inside the Earth. The Earth herself is reforming. She's birthing and she's moving into a higher state. And that includes that her magnetic poles has to be moved. And they say because of some blobs, but these blobs are nothing but magnetic. They're nothing but magnetic material or molten magnetic material within inside the planet that are shifting and moving. And this is what they tell you. Earth's magnetic pole has shifted away from Canada and closer to Siberia at a rapid pace in recent years. So researchers believe that two massive blobs of molten iron, just like how we got iron in our body, that's what makes us magnetic, in Earth's outer core may have spurred the runaway pole. But they say her outer core, there's something taking place inside the planet. There's something taking place inside the planet. I don't know what it is. They tell you that it's nothing but molten and lava and shit inside the Earth. No, that's not. There's some shit in the Earth that they're not telling you about. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a whole civilization within inside the plane that we live in, like interdimensionally type shit. But researchers believe two massive blobs of molten iron at Earth's core may have spurred the runaway pole. There's no telling where it would end up. So that means it could keep going nonstop. Like it could damn near that means the magnetic pole, North Pole the North Pole could keep moving so far to the point that it would end up in the south, and the South Pole would end up in the north. Now, if you look at this picture is very deep too. I'm glad they used this. This is the real poles right here. It's gonna always the magnetic and the North Pole and the South Pole are always going to be aligned perfectly straight through, cut Earth in half type shit. Now, when we talk about the North Pole and the South Pole, you feel me? You got the North Magnetic Pole and the South Magnetic Pole. When they talk about the poles are shifting, it's not gonna be some Canada, Siberia, Russia, all the North is gonna end up in the South, and then Antarctica is gonna end up in the North. No. The magnetic poles will, but the geographic, notice it says geographic North Pole and the geographic South Pole. They're not even completely aligned. When they show you these poles, or are they? To a certain extent, they not even. Let me zoom in on that. Hell yeah, the geographic North Poles are not even aligned. They're not even fully perfectly aligned like how the magnetic poles is. So when you think about the North Pole and the South Pole, don't think about all the North Pole is in Greenland, Canada or some shit. No, we're not talking about that North Pole. We're talking about the magnetic poles. This is the aura field of the planet. So the aura field of the planet is literally turning because the aura field of the planet has been put on a low vibration. A pole shift happened before, like years and years back, but that was because there was so much war going on the planet it caused the poles to shift, which caused a cataclysmic event, which wiped out everything. And then we we begin to reincarnate back on the planet in this new environment, this new harsh-ass environment. You see what I'm saying? Because the poles are now flipped. But the poles are now flipping again before a positive purpose. So, let's get deeper. Ever since the British polar explorer James Clark Ross first identified it on Boothia. In Boothia, I think they said it right. In Boothia Peninsula in Canada's I'm butchering these words. Nunavut territory in 1831. Scientists have been carefully measuring its location. But in recent years, our North Pole has been inching closer and closer to Siberia at a surprisingly rapid pace. It's actually moving faster than that. In 2020, researchers from the United Kingdom and Denmark uncovered the reason for this mysterious movement. Two writhing lobes of magnetic force are duking out near Earth's core. The wandering of Earth's North Pole, magnetic pole, the location where the magnetic field points vertically downwards, has long been a topic of scientific fascination. The researchers write in their paper, which appears in the journal Nature Geoscience, Earth's magnetic field is generated by molten iron in its outer core. The flow of this liquid iron can influence the location of the planet's magnetic poles, while poles have drifted and even swapped places numerous times over the course of Earth's long history. Now let's go back. They're giving you context clues. You got to read this with a third eye open. They're giving you context clues. Now, if we go back, that says researchers believe two massive blobs of molten iron in Earth's core may have spurred the runaway pole. So basically just pushed, like chased it away type shit. There's no telling where it will end up. They can't even predict to you where the North Pole. They're just saying right now it's going closer to Siberia, but they don't know if it's going to keep going past Siberia. They don't know what's going on. They don't know if the North Pole is going to stop moving or keep moving. All they know is that it's moving. So that's what I'm telling y'all that the North Pole 9 times out of 10 is going to end up in the South Pole in the coming years real quick. It's going to happen. We might even see it in our lifetime. I'm not even going to lie to you. We is going to see it in our lifetime. Fuck that. So Earth's magnetic North Pole went shifting 9 miles right here at most each year, as much as 37 miles. So here's the chart right here. Here's Canada and shit right here, and Denmark and all that shit. It has the North Pole has crossed the Antarctic barrier. I mean, not Antarctic, but the North Pole has crossed the Arctic barrier or border of Canada and has now entered towards the Russia-Siberia border or the continent of Asia border towards that Arctic. You see what I'm saying? It's moving towards that way, towards Siberia. We're looking at it, and if you look at this is from a bird's eye view. You see what I'm saying? This is from like the top of the planet, I guess you could say. But yeah, it's moving all the way over there, and it's moving there quick. So these scientists have poured over 20 years of satellite data from European Space Administration swarmed satellite mission and discovered that over the last 2 decades, the position of the North Magnetic Pole has been largely determined by 2 large scales of blobs of negative magnetic flux on the core mantle boundary under Canada and Siberia, according to the study. Magnetic material in Earth's outer core changed because of the changes. Because of these changes, researchers say that the magnetic blob lurking beneath Canada slowly elongated in the early aughts, weakening the corresponding magnetic intensity on Earth's surface. And eventually the blob of molten material beneath Canada split in 2, and the stronger one slowly shifted towards the blob beneath Siberia. This spurred the magnetic North Pole to slip closer and closer to Siberia, where the magnetic intensity was stronger. In 2017, the magnetic North Pole fell within 240 miles of the geographic North Pole. The movement has been so rapid that the British Geological Survey and National Centers for Environmental Information, the U.S. National Geophysical Data Center, which updates the world's magnetic model, had to accelerate this process in order to keep up. As of 2021, the pole is projected to have moved beyond the Canadian Arctic. It has been drifting at an average speed of 27.3 miles per year since 2020. Which was the beginning of the 3 warnings before the 7-year tribulation. According to the latest World Magnetic Model Report, the scientists generated a series of models, Earth's core, in an effort to understand how it might move in the future. Our predictions are that the pole will continue to move towards Siberia, but forecasting the future is challenging and we cannot be sure. The study's lead author, geophysicist Phil Livermore of the University of Leeds, told Live Science the shifts have major consequences for global navigation systems. Anything or anyone that uses a compass, from ships at sea to the smartphones in our pockets, is impacted by this magnetic game tug of war. So just get ready. Get ready. It's 1:44 p.m. Get ready, because a lot of your technology is about to start fucking up. So a lot of your technology is about to start like moving out of whack. Like reception might fuck up, Wi-Fi might fuck up because the magnetic, that's what they're connected to. Electricity. This is electrical technological devices we're using connected to the earth directly. How you think this shit wireless, nigga? How you think everything is wireless? So when the magnetic poles shift, this is going to cause a major disruption in all technology, which means that a lot of our technology is going to start fucking up. Which also, and this magnetic pole is going to start causing some serious, huge storms to happen across the planet. Right now, you have something called a bomb cyclone moving across the planet. And if you want to know what a bomb cyclone is, we're going to move straight into that right. We're going to move straight into that right here in New York Times. They tell you what a bomb cyclone is. A bomb cyclone, not exceedingly rare, but it's a very strong one with high winds that are bringing heavy snow or rain to many areas. Storms can form when mass of low pressure air meets a high pressure mass. The airflow from high pressure to low, creating winds. What defines a bomb cyclone is how rapidly the pressure drops in the low pressure mass by at least 24 millibars in 24 hours. This quickly increases the pressure difference or gradient between the two air masses, making the wind stronger. This process of rapid intensification has a name, bombogenesis, which I looked that up. Bombogenesis. Do I still got it in here? I guess I don't. It's crazy when I looked up bomb too. A bunch of other shit happened, like some other shit. As the winds blow, but bombogenesis is basically a phenomenon. So it's a phenomenon that niggas ain't never seen before due to warm and cold air in hood nigga terms. Warm and cold air, when they come together, they kind of cause a fight. They kind of cause the winds to increase, and they do cause a lot of storms. And a lot of these storms are built up because of the pressure that drops and constantly drops and rises due to this cold and warm air fighting. So, and that's because of the poles are shifting. That's why the warm air is much more closer to the north now. In the north, the cold air from the north is much more closer to the south now, and they're meeting in the middle, which is causing a major disruption in our atmospheres, which is spawning a lot of it's going to start spawning. Y'all just seeing the tip of the iceberg right now with these weathers, with these weathers and blizzards and shit right now, and tornadoes and shit in the middle of December. It's going to get much more worse. We might see some geostorm type shit in a minute. Like when we move into summer 2023, get ready, y'all. The direction is counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere when viewed from above. And they tell you that the northern hemisphere, or the north pole, magnetic pole, is moving towards Siberia counterclockwise, which means it's moving more towards the west. And the south is moving more towards the east. South pole, magnetic pole. Air pressure dropped to at least 862 millibars, while elsewhere it was high as 1,047 millibars. It's a really sharp gradient, he said. As the area where two air masses meet, called the Arctic Front, moves northward and eastward, conditions for bombogenesis should continue moving as well. But as the Arctic air spreads over most of the country, it will eventually warm, reducing the pressure difference. The storms would dissipate, and forecasts call for above average temperatures across most of the country next week. This pole shift is happening much faster than I think it is. And let me go to the article. Winter break, U.S. to see. This is on Fox Weather now. United States to see significantly warmer temps following frigid Christmas blizzard. So we seeing it's cold as fuck right now. But after it's like they said, we're going to get straight to the point on this one. January 3rd, but it says forecasters are highly confident that above average temperatures between December 28th and January 3rd across much of the west, the western plains, and the northwest, with slightly less confidence, but still a rather robust signal for above average temperatures across the southwest and as far southeast. That doesn't mean breaking out the shorts, but it could mean, for example, high temperatures in the northern plains reaching near or above freezing when average highs are in the low mid-20s. Or put another way, a welcome sight to see a 25 or 30 without a minus sign in front of us. So they're saying that basically in the north, nigga, even the north is going to start warming up, like in Michigan and Minnesota and all that shit up there is going to start being in the 25s and 30s and possibly even 40s in the middle of December and January when it's supposed to be still cold. The Great Lakes area, fresh off its expected blizzard this week, could rebound into the 40s and 50s, with New England seeing highs climbing solidly back into the 50s, nigga. We talking about the north. The even Florida, which is forecasted to be coming off its coldest Christmas in over 30 years, nigga. This pole shift caused the Arctic blast so hard that it reached all the way down to Florida, and nigga, Florida cold right now. Florida ain't even escaping this cold air right now. Well, but after this cold air leaves, basically it was a big ass cold wind that just swept the United States, and now it's moving out the way. Once it's gone in a few days, Florida will warm back up to the 60s and 70s, possibly even the 80s. Parts of Texas look to climb back up to the 70s too, nigga. More in the south part, like Austin and shit like that, in Houston. So, and even Alaska, nigga, they say Alaska is going to climb back up to the 30s next week. It says it right here. Alaska, they say should claw back up into the 30s next week. Western Alaska is the lone spot in America predicted to have below average temperatures to ring in 2023. So they gonna climb back into but that's still kind of you feel me? That's still kind of good, not good, but interesting to see at this time of the season. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to warm back up. So expect it to get back warm in the south again as this Arctic blast clears out the way, which is unusual. And this, like I said, this cold air, which I'm gonna show you on this radar if it load up. God damn, sad ass radar. But yeah, because of this cold air from the north up here and the warm air from the south and the reason why the warm air from the south is rushing in so much because the ozone layer has been removed completely. It's being removed completely, and this is why Antarctica is melting drastically right now. So we gonna pull up the radar. Hold on, y'all. This is a tropical storm. Nigga, I thought that shit would have been over with by now, but this is a tropical storm over here making its way to Africa. Well, I don't know if it's making its way to Africa. I don't know which way it's going. I don't know if it's going west or if it's going east, but I'm not really worried about that. What I'm worried about is look how many storms. Can I not zoom out anymore? I guess I can't. Wait, nah. Let me zoom in for y'all. Look how many storms because of the north air. This is not just in America, bro. This is the whole world. The south air of the world and the warm air of the world is having the biggest battle of its life. Look at these fucking storms that are literally sweeping the shit out of the whole world. I can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this type of shit up, bro. There's literally storms sweeping across the whole world right now. Look at all these winter storms up. Like, look at that. Let me play this for y'all. I want to play this for y'all so y'all can see how this shit go. Okay, look. Okay, it disappeared. It disappeared for some reason. Hold on. Now it's moving. I have to zoom in a little bit, son. Yo, this shit ain't even moving. This shit ain't even moving. Oh, there you go. Now it's moving. You can see it a little bit. You can see it moving just a little bit. It's taking quite a time to load. And I think it's because I'm zoomed out so far. But yes, look at this. These are real storms on the radar in real time right now across the planet because of this damn what they would call bombogenesis from the fucking north air and the warm air colliding. Which is also letting us know that a pole shift is happening. So we're gonna leave that. And let's see. Let me go. I was gonna pull up the astrology. I'll do that later though. You feel me, in a different video. But you got certain planets that's hitting you got certain planets that's in conjunction and hitting certain zodiacs right now. What I wanted to go to was the bombs from the bomb, because they call it a bomb cyclone. You feel me? I don't know why they call it a bomb cyclone. I never heard of that shit. I guess it's just an unexpected cyclone. And then also you see some shit called an elderly Frenchman inserts a bomb up rectum, causes evacuation in a hospital. Nigga inserted a World War I bomb in his rectum that probably could have still been live. So, that's because if you notice, a lot of people are doing stupid shit around the world right now because the simple fact we are experiencing major CMEs from the sun right now, which I can pull up right here. Real-time solar images from the with the magnetic, not magnetic, but the CMEs, the coronal mass ejections. There we go. Coronal mass ejections that's coming off the sun. I would play this. I'm gonna play this one because this one plays better and it plays smoother. See, look at that. Look at all these blasts that are this is from the 19th going all the way up until the 22nd of December. As you see, 12, 22, and then 20 is going up, 21, the 21st on the solstice. Look at all that energy that's coming off the sun towards Earth. Look at all that black. There's consistent CMEs hitting Earth. So what they not telling y'all is, go back. Can I go back? I gotta go back. What they not telling y'all is we're constantly getting hit. Look. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? Wait, hold on. What is that? Okay, I don't know what happened. I'm trying to get back. Okay, so look, here we go. As you see, we're getting constantly hit with C-class flares in December. You see what I'm saying? See, back like a few years, like let's say 5 years, 10 years from now, we was constantly getting hit with B-class and A-class flares. They weren't even that strong. We're constantly getting hit with C. Some of them are almost reaching M, like M-class. Like, this shit concerning. And this is in December. The sun is like, when the winter solstice hit, the sun is supposedly further away from the planet, and that's why it gets cold. But supposedly the sun, that's not happening no more. The pole shift is also causing the sun to move closer and the moon to move closer to the planet. And as you see, look, we have a 20% chance of getting hit with an M-class flare today. We got a 95% chance of getting hit with a C-class today, and a 5% chance of getting hit with an X-class, which is the worst one that we can get hit with. And we've been constantly getting hit with C-class flares since what? I want to say like 2021, 2020. We've been constantly getting hit with C-class flares on a consistent basis, which means this summer, and it's in a high C-class too. It's in a high C-class. At least in 2020 and 2021, we was constantly getting hit with B and C-class flares, and some would spark up to M and X throughout the summer of 2021 and 2020. But this 2022, we was getting hit with a lot of M-class and X-class flares this year. Now 2023, be ready, nigga. We might get hit with so many X-class flares, nigga. We might see shit up in this range. Like, where's my dot? We might see shit up in the R5 range, nigga. Like, that's deadly. That's what's going to cause blackouts all across the planet, along with the magnetic pole shift, which is disrupting the technology and fucking up the receptions, the Wi-Fi, no internet, no none of that. The magnetic shit is gonna fuck up the internet. The CMEs is gonna cause the electromagnetic pulse, which causes the technology not to work no more. So this is like this is like getting hit with you killing I would say a two birds with one stone type shit, but it's not really that though. It's kind of opposite. But ooh shit. Ooh, my bad, y'all. That shit kind of hurt. Okay, but yeah, like I was saying, when we move into 2023, we might I mean not 2023, but I meant to say the magnetic pole shift is gonna cause all technology like internet basically to fuck up. The internet's connected to like the grid of the planet. Like, how can I say, the ley lines of the planet, the internet, the Wi-Fi, your reception, all that shit is going to fuck up because of the magnetic shift, because they are, GPS. How do you think they're wireless? Why do you think everything is wireless? Because they're connected to the magnetic poles of the planet. This is how they're able to make all this fire technology with internet. Now, when the internet and all that shit goes out from the magnetic poles being fucked up, I mean, not fucked up, but shifting, all the technology that we have is going to be blacked out. It's going to be blacked out and magnetically pulsed by the CMEs that come off the sun from this summer. We're going to see some strong CMEs this summer when the sun gets real close to the planet. So I would go into we ain't got to go into them charts or nothing like that. So I'm just explaining to y'all why there's going to be some shit. Like, and when the summer comes, y'all going to see storms of magnitudes y'all ain't never seen before. Tornadoes are going to spark up like crazy, nigga. We going to see some crazy shit When tornado season come, it's gonna be some crazy. And with hurricanes, don't get me started. I said this shit a year back, almost 2 years back. We are going to see hurricanes on a level we ain't never even fucking seen before when hurricane season comes. Get ready. Get ready. The tectonic plates are shifting. Volcanoes are erupting everywhere. You see what I'm saying? Volcanoes are erupting everywhere. And these are because of the tectonic plates, being moved and shifted due to the magnetic pole shift of the planet. Damn, they took my shit off. I would bring this back up. We're going to bring it back up real quick, though. Hold on, y'all. We're going to bring it back up, though, real quick. Hold on. Boom. We're going to lay that one down here. We're going to boom. We're going to lay that one right. Oh, no, no refresh. No. We're going to lay that one right here. And then boom. We're going to bring this one right here. So I'm going to play all of these. Look at the energy that's being put on the planet right now. Look at all that. Nigga, the earth is swarmed in radiation. There is no ozone. There is no magnetic field. There's something either inside the planet with us that's causing this radiation to build up, which I believe could be the people, because we're tired of the fucking world that we're living in, and we're becoming more aware, which is also causing radiation to come out of our bodies as well. It could be that, or it could be some other shit going on. Like another theory, a second theory is that there is no magnetic barrier, and what you see here, you see how that white line is around the planet right there? That's the magnetic barrier that protects us from so-called solar radiation. I believe there is no more magnetic barrier. And that's how this shit is entering. And then when you look here, look at the magnetic lines. Nigga, look at the magnetic field lines. They're being destroyed right now and out of whack because the poles are shifting. And look at the energy that's swarming the planet. Look at the solar wind that's swarming the planet right now. We're not escaping this. There's a cleanse happening amongst the planet right now, which leads me into... I would go to an ischemic resonance, but this leads me into why you got people doing this shit right here with the certain bombs up their ass and shit. Then you had look, watch this shit. Hold on. There's so many bombs. Like, we finna talk about the people. Like, y'all finna see people doing so much crazy shit, nigga. Like, look at this shit. Suicide bombing kills at least 2. Suicide bombing in Islamabad, if I spelled that right. Islamabad kills 2 suspects and policemen. Suspect militants heading for Pakistan government target blow themselves up. 1 policeman martyred in suicide blast in Islamabad. Like, look at this shit that's going on. Suicide car bomb kills police officer, wounds others. Look at the shit that people is doing. And Pakistan capital kills a police officer. Look at this shit. Student tweets about bombing KIA arrested. Western officials say Russia may not be behind pipeline bombing. Like, what's going on the planet? There's a lot of shit going on around the planet. 2 Russian agents severely injured in Melitopol car bombing. Nigga, what the fuck is going on? Don't even get me started on what happened? What's going on in Texas right now, nigga? They had yep, here we go. They declared a state of emergency over migrants crossing the border. Nigga, this is your Biden administration. They don't care. They're letting these niggas come all in here. They're letting them come all in here. We don't, and then that's what I'm saying. Like, they don't care about this shit. And then that's the thing. They fool these people that's in Mexico and all this shit. They fool them thinking that America is a place where the streets is paved with gold. You see what I'm saying? And it's not like that. America is a hellhole, nigga. This is a corporation. Y'all was better off in Mexico than being here. Because y'all more tied to y'all roots there than here. And now there's so many. And then you wonder why. And then a lot of these children, some of these migrants, their children are becoming missing. They're coming up missing crossing this border too because human trafficking and sex trafficking. If you stay in Texas, bro, like when I was in Texas, nigga, I was getting plenty of Amber Alerts back to back to back on my phone about children going missing out there in Texas, along that border between Texas, New Mexico, Utah, A lot of kids are going missing because y'all don't know there's an underground base. There's a bunch of military underground bases or deep underground military bases all through Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and Nevada, and California along that southern area, because they be taking a lot of them kids in them underground bases, nigga, where all them trafficking rings is at. For these extraterrestrial beings that don't eat how we eat. They eat flesh. They eat other beings. So they can't eat no damn noodles. They can't whip no damn steak. No, they don't want that, nigga. They don't even want the animals. They want flesh. They want to take on our essence. We are their motherfucking, how can I say it? We are their motherfucking dish, nigga. So like this is a bunch of shit that's causing like that shit right there, bro. Is just right there. Don't even get me started on the shootings, nigga. Watch this shit. All I gotta do is type in shootings. Shootings, nigga. Just type in shootings, nigga. Almost at least 3 dead, nigga, in Paris shooting. What is going on in Paris? And notice a lot of places are happening at your most known places. The capital of Pakistan, Paris, Russia. You see what I'm saying? And then I don't care about Paris no more. Let me show. See why do you see how they're constantly putting Paris? 3 dead, 3 hurt, 33. Notice the this is in Paris. 3 dead, 3 hurt, 33. 3 plus 3 equals also makes 6. They're about to introduce the 6th ether being God. So, and look, they changed it. 3 dead, 4 injured in Paris, but they just said 3 dead and 3 dead and 3 hurt. You see how even they news outlets or platforms can't even keep they scripts correct in alignment. Like, come on now. Then look, here we go. Don't focus on this shit. Megan Thee Stallion, then you just had Big Scar die recently. They're talking about Megan Thee Stallion now. Trial and shooting of Megan Thee Stallion exposed. Miss. Okay, so don't focus on this, y'all. They're keeping your eyes focused on the shit. Then you got Big Scar. Big Scar just died. Nigga, Big Scar just died yesterday. Or I think today, actually. It was either today or yesterday. Big Scar is dead. He died yesterday on 12/22/22 at the age of 22, death by numbers. I'm not going to go deep into the numbers and the meaning of the numbers, but just remember those numbers, 12/22/22, and he's the age of 22. What caused this death? What caused this death? Cause of death due to drug overdose is what they say. Look, with a question mark. Pete, they can't even tell you what happened to Big Scar. It says reportedly has passed away according to Gucci Mane. The rapper from Memphis, Gucci Mane sacrificed him. Get ready. Yeah, and I know y'all tired of hearing that shit where there's like, y'all always say every rapper that died. Yes, bro, because it's time. We're in end times, nigga. Satan is about to enter the planet, and everybody that has sold or made these contracts with them, they either have to give up, they prized possessions. It's time for them to make payments, nigga. It's time for them to make payments to Satan, Zeus, Yakub, Pabith, whatever you want to call him, or do many names, real name, fucking Enlil. But don't focus on this shit. You see what I'm saying? Don't focus on this shit. He died. They can't even tell you how he died. Cause of death. We just gonna look. We typed in cause of death. What was the cause of death? The rapper was just 22. They're trying to figure out how did this man die. None. So it's possible that more details about his death will come into the light. They can't even tell you about his death. Nigga, they can't even tell you. This is a young nigga and they talking about overdose because they know that Big Scar is a rapper. He from the hood and they see him fuck with, a little perks. Even if he did overdose off a perk, he probably didn't take a bunch of perks and overdose. Not that way. He probably took a perk that was laced with fentanyl and that probably killed him. See what I'm saying? They killed this man. They said Gucci Mane sacrificed this nigga. A lot of these big rappers, gatekeepers like Gucci Mane, P. Diddy, Dr. Dre, a lot of these gatekeeper rappers, it's time for them to pay up. It's time for them to pay up. And they sacrificing our young niggas because they know these young niggas, they come out the hood and they just trying to make some money and live life and have fun. They don't care about the contracts. They don't even read the contracts. They just look at the money. And then boom, they turn around and get done dirty by these other major artists that are also in deeper contracts with these people and these beings. So don't worry about that shit right now. Don't focus on the real shit right here when we get back to this, nigga. The magnetic poles are moving. And they tell you the South Magnetic Pole is also moving too. They tell you on Wikipedia, even though they're lying, they said that the magnetic pole moves at about 10 to 15 kilometers per year, which is a fucking lie. It actually moves more than that and is moving much faster. This is why you're seeing all this shit going on now. Some shit is about to spark off, nigga, when we get into just spring. Soon, I'm talking about soon as we leave winter. This winter is going to be crazy, but as we get into it's going to get crazier, y'all. Expect the unexpected. We finna see some shit get introduced to us as we move into 2023. Get ready to see beings. They're already introducing them to y'all. These beings that are all over the planet that niggas ain't never seen before. They're about to introduce these beings to y'all, and we're seeing shit in the sky that we ain't never seen before at an all-time high. Beware, y'all, and be ready and stay in tune and stay aware and stay focused and don't focus on the bullshit. I appreciate y'all. I value y'all for all those that watched this video and stayed through all the way to the end. You feel me? Like and subscribe the video. Like the video if you enjoyed this shit. Be sure to share it and share with others so you can spread the awareness and let people know that there's something happening on the planet. And also, if you enjoy the content that I produce and you ain't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe. I appreciate y'all. I value y'all. One love, y'all. I'll be back with another one like always. High vibrations with manifestations.